Another day, another delay. Except this one in particular, I think a lot of people were fearing was going to happen, and it just makes sense if we're being perfectly honest. But before getting into my thoughts about that, let's check out the article first, why don't we? Battlefield 2042 delayed until November. The next Battlefield game will stay in development a little bit longer. EA has announced that 2042 will be delayed until November 19th, 2021, pushing the release date by almost a month after its original October 22nd release date. In a press release, DICE GM Oscar Gabrielson cites ongoing complications with the COVID-19 pandemic. Given the scale and scope of the game, we'd hoped our teams would be back in our studios together as we move towards launch. With the ongoing conditions not allowing that to happen safely, and with all the hard work the teams are doing from home, we feel it is important to take the extra time to deliver on the vision of Battlefield 2042 for our players. Unlike some other major releases originally planned for 2021, 2042 will still launch this year and won't impact EA's financial forecast for the fiscal year 2022. EA also says that an update on the open beta for 2042 will be announced later this month, which, God, I can't wait for us to finally see something on that. But anyways, let's continue reading on. 2042 will be set in the near future, and we'll clear. Okay. Alright, so nothing else to read on with. Just info we already know. But yeah, that's the article. So yeah, the game's officially getting delayed, which I said this in the beginning of the video. I think a lot of people were expecting something like this to happen because, let's be real here, there ain't shit being said on this game as of now. Sure, we've gotten some things like the E3 2021 trailer, the reveal trailer right before that, some footage here and there, like the, like movies they've been doing for whatever the operators are called. I think that's what they're called, but we've gotten that, but we haven't seen proper gameplay at this point. We have not seen something proper, and apparently, testers of the game were reporting that it wasn't as up to par, which, I mean, maybe that was, like, a much older build, but as of now, it seems that the game could be having some issues for the fact that we really haven't heard a word in it, and on top of it, the game now being delayed by around a full month, I definitely think that says something. And, you know, speaking of this, it actually makes me think back to a video I just posted back in August, at the very beginning of August, about the game possibly having development issues. There was some words going around being said about that, which you'll be able to find that on the channel, no problem. Maybe I'll link it, I don't know. I don't usually link, but, you know, it's on the channel. So a month and a half later, seeing the game being delayed officially, it just makes me think back to that news, and, you know, it feels like some things are lining up a little bit. If what was said in that video was completely true about development issues, like, of course, that was to be taken with a grain of salt, but yeah, I think this is for the best because at the end of the day, we want this game to turn out great. We want it to be in a fantastic state and condition when it releases, at least a good one. In other words, not something on the level of Battlefield 4. We don't need to relive that nightmare of a launch, and by that I mean a first full year and a half of a game cycle. And Battlefield 3 had issues, and then there was Battlefield 5, which also got a delay a few years ago from, I think, October to November, just like with 2042. Except with 2042, I think it's pretty safe to say expectations are a hell of a lot higher, so let's really hope that they can knock this game out of the park, because this is the first Battlefield game in a few years, which, I mean, that's standard for the series, but 1 and 5 came out like 2 years apart from one another. So this is the first one in a while to have at least 3 years in terms of development. So yeah, let's just hope for the best and that this delay does something, and it's not something that results in like a Cyberpunk-esque launch, because that would not be very good, now would it? I don't think we need that to happen. And yeah, it's nice talking about Battlefield on the channel again. It's been a little bit, so that's what I wanted to say on that. That is the article for this video. What do you guys think of this news? Are you for this delay, like with Dying Light 2, or are you against it? You know, I brought up Dying Light 2 because that was literally the last video about that game being delayed. What are your thoughts? Leave them down below, and with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, turn on the notification bell if you haven't, and there's the usual social media links, which you should follow me on in the description. You'll see them. But yeah, that's going to be it, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, I'm out. Later.